Hello, this is Dan here from seedboxreviews.com. Today I'm going to be reviewing seedbox.io. It's one of the more popular seed boxes. It's very popular on social media and it's discussed a lot in torrent invites and torrent sharing websites. We'll be doing a critical review of them and seeing if they do deliver on a lot of the promises they've made, such as unlimited data and other things. First and foremost, I'll introduce our website. It's seedboxreviews.com. You can find it on here. We review various different seed boxes. Pulse Media and Seedbox Company review will be reviewed again. I'm sure I've heard good things about Seedbox Company, so I'll review them again and see if they perform well. But Dedi Seedbox and Seedbox.io have been recently reviewed and I've got some good and bad things to report about them. Okay, so let's get back to Seedbox.io. It's a very popular seed box. Main reason being is the prices are really good. You can get a seed box of €5 and it will perform perfectly. It's 300 gig for €5 and it's a fairly decent line, I'd say. And it gets more and more expensive. The only drawback, just by looking at the features here at the moment, is the lack of Plex support. I mean, some of the seed boxes here, they're €35 a month, but you don't get Plex support. Although you do get Kodi support, which, I mean, if you have Kodi, do you really need to download torrents to watch videos? That's really up to debate. Let's discuss security. Anyone who's using a seed box wants to know if their data is private and kept anonymous, and how do they deal with privacy complaints. Based on my discussions with the support, what they've told me is that they ignore all DMCA complaints. They're based in Europe, they don't have to comply with DMCA and they ignore it, and they've also confirmed that they don't keep any logs. So whatever you're using the Seedbox for, it will be kept anonymous and not shared by anyone else. In addition to that, what you do get with Seedbox.io is a free open VPN, and I believe the VPN, it has a exit IP from the Netherlands, and also you have a proxy as well, so you can put it into your web browser, and you could have a partial anonymity for just that browser alone, which is quite good. It's a nice bonus because a lot of VPN services, they charge $10 a month for VPN, but for €5 a month you can actually get a free VPN with your Seedbox as well, which is quite good. They also offer a 14-day money-back guarantee. Now I've got some gripes with the 14-day money-back guarantee. I'll show you in a second. It's quite cheeky what they've done, but it's quite revealing. I don't think no one else has. I've read loads of reviews of Seedbox.io and I don't think I've heard anyone else spot this issue. So let's get started. So here's my seed box that I've been running for the last, I'd say last month actually. What I tend to do is I tend to do actual user reviews. So I will take a seed box out for a trial for a month and I'll use it just like any other ordinary user, and I'll see how it performs. A lot of people try to review based on specs alone and just talk about the specs. I don't like doing that. I like to review the actual usage. So here you can see that I've got 827 torrents active. This is the last day of the seed box, and I've been ramming brand new fresh torrents every day onto the seed box, and I've got about 94% disk utilization. So it's really well used. The current speed is 3.9 megs, but that varies a lot. The maximum I've managed to get is around 12.3 megs per second. You'll have the bits on the screen. I'm not sure what the bits are for that, but this is not the maximum speed. I haven't had any recent torrents for a while, so you're not going to get maxed out. But it's more important than speed. It's better to look at the traffic you've managed to achieve. So I'll show you the traffic I've got here. So a bit about the data here. The starting date is here. It says 2nd of May, and it goes all the way through, and then it just cycles all the way around and then comes back here. So today's the 31st of May. This is actually the last day. This is the first day. So what I found a bit suspicious was, I don't know if you can see it. It looks fairly obvious to me. So this is day 1, and this is day 14. So this is your first 14 days of usage. You can see that the uploads are really, really high. I've got 561 gigabyte here. I've got 484 gigabytes here as well. But then for some reason, after the 14 days, which is on, this is day 15, it tends to kind of get capped in a weird way. It's very, very flat. I mean, there's not a lot of variation between the days. And it sort of gets, I don't know if there's some sort of data cap going on, preventing me from uploading too much. And that's something quite suspicious, actually. So it could be a sort of limitation they put on after 14 days. So, when you first get the Seedbox running, it looks really good, and you kind of ignore it. You stop checking the upload speeds and things like that. And then what ends up happening is you get a much more restricted bandwidth. Having said that, it's not too bad. I mean, you've got 324 gigabyte upload here, which is still quite respectable, actually. It's not too bad. The total monthly data upload was around 10.3 terabytes. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I'll put a message on the screen confirming the actual torrent usage for the month. Apart from this funny issue with data, it's actually quite a good, well-performed Seedbox. I haven't had any stability issues. It runs very well. I've got 827 active torrents right now. Well, they're not all active, actually. Most of them are inactive. These are the ones that are being seeded right now. It's fairly good. I mean, they're all performing well. The ratio is good in all of them as well. I'll show you the ratio I've built on all of the torrents. These are the recent ones. I'll just filter by ratio. So right at the top, you've got 146 times, which is, aside for the slight limitation in the upload bandwidth, it's actually a good all-round Seedbox. I mean, it's a great value for money. You've got, it performs quite well, actually. I've got 827 torrents on this, and it's performed quite well. You just have to be a little bit careful when you're adding when you're adding torrent files. Don't add 50 torrents into your watch list. It will probably crash the client. What you have to do is add them in a paused state, and then resume them 10 at a time, and let the CPU handle the flow of torrents a lot easier than just flooding it with 50 torrents, which might end up crashing the CPU. But otherwise, it's actually a good all-rounder. The main reason people go for Seedbox.io is the incredibly cheap prices for these, actually. If you look at it, it starts €5, end up 35. If you are a little bit more of a heavy user, you may want to go for a SSD Seedbox. The SSD allows a faster data transfer and things like that. So what will happen is, on a very competitive tracker, it will allow you to become the seeder first before other seeders, and then you get to upload to that user before anyone else, if that makes sense. So this will allow the torrents to be initiated a lot quicker. So you become you become the seeder before anyone else. The dedicated seed boxes also provide a lot more functionality as well, and obviously the main thing that stands out is that they allow Plex support on here as well. They have a variety of combinations of different seed boxes available, so you can really tailor what you need. So they've got increments of storage, so you can start off, say, on a €5 plan. If it turns out that you're quickly exhausting your disk space, you can upgrade during the month to a higher plan. With the higher plans, you also get faster speed as well, so you've got 250 megabit. Talking of speed, actually, so this is quite interesting. So I've I got this seed box with 500 megabit upload bandwidth. Sorry. In theory, what I should have got was so this is the limit they go. So 500 megabit is equivalent to 62.5 megabyte per second traffic, but I never really got anywhere close to this at all. What I got was 12.2, so it falls far short of their promised bandwidth, which might be a concern to a lot of people. But I think for the money, 10 megabyte is probably fairly reasonable. The other plans they have, they've got the SSD plans, which will allow the Seedbox to perform a lot quicker. So if you're in a very competitive private tracker, for instance, it's really a race to seed first. So whenever Alicia jumps on, their client will try and trying to connect to various different peers to download the torrent from. If you have SSD, you'll be able to upload to them a lot faster before anyone else, and that can make the difference between uploading a lot to that user and uploading not much. So someone who's got a faster hard drive, such as the SSD, will seed a lot quicker as well. So we've got dedicated seed boxes available, and they support Plex and have a dedicated IP as well as much faster data storage. So here we have the back end, just to prove to you that I'm an actual user. I haven't got a free seed box. I've actually paid for this seed box to review, and that's what I like to do. Actually, I don't like asking for seed box providers for a free review account, because they could just boost you up a little bit, give you space in a less busy server, and allow, I probably wouldn't have got this limitation if I had asked for a review seed box, which is the whole reason why I do it, because I want to review seed boxes, the sort of seed boxes that any other user will get. So here you go. I don't know if there's anything more to discuss. What I would say is keep your eyes peeled. Go on our website, seedboxreviews.com, and read the latest. If you go on the website, you'll find the latest review, and you'll get the latest coupon codes, deals, and things like that as well. What I would say is give seedboxreview.io a try. You do have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if it doesn't perform, or you're not happy with the service, you can always get a full refund for the entire month, as long as you notify them within the first 14 days. If you want the latest up-to-date review, the reviews can change. We can't really update YouTube videos, but we can update blog posts fairly easily. So if you want to know the latest on seedbox.io, please visit the website and click through the review. We have coupon codes here, so the latest coupons you'll have here. Also, if you click on the description link on the YouTube video, you'll be taken through to seedbox.io through our affiliate link. So if you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to use our affiliate link to get to Seedbox.io. We get a small tiny commission for your purchases through that link. So thank you for watching, and enjoy seeding.